Hey everyone, James Terlecki here with Next Level Martial Arts Academy. Welcome to episode 4 of Matt Life for Real Life. Today, we're talking about you. You are your biggest problem. So when I say this, man, like, I'm talking to myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just pointing the finger when I look at the different aspects, the different things about my life. I'm my biggest problem, and in your life, you are your biggest problem. So when you think about your marriage, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your kids, are you happy with your body? Are you happy with the way you're eating? Are you happy with the way you're working out? Are you happy with where you are as far as your employment place? Are you happy with the other relationships in your life, the friendships? Are you happy with where you're at? How about the things you have, the projects you have for yourself to get done? Your to-do list, all these different things, okay? What I want to tell you today is to stop making excuses, stop blaming other people, take responsibility, okay? So, and all these different things that I just mentioned, you are your biggest problem. All right, when we talk about your marriage, you are your biggest problem. Your relationship with your kids, you are your biggest problem. Your relationship with your current state of work, you are your biggest problem. Your current state of like getting things done, you are your biggest problem. All right, so it's not your ethnicity, it's not where you grew up. It's not who raised you, okay? It's not the body you were born into. It's none of those things, okay? Your biggest problem is you, okay? So stop blaming other people, okay? Stop pointing the finger. Stop making excuses. You're the problem, okay? If you're not getting stuff done on your to-do list, you're not where you're at in work. It's because you're lazy. Or you're not disciplined, you're not consistent, okay? So again, don't make excuses, just stop, all right? And again, I'm not just pointing the finger, right? If there's stuff I'm not getting done, I could say the kids, I could blame the kids because, man, they keep interrupting me or whatever. No, I'm the problem, right? I should have everything mapped out. I should have everything done. There are no excuses. If my wife is not happy, I'm the problem, okay? If my marriage isn't what it's supposed to be, I'm the problem, all right? If I'm not spending enough time with my kids, I'm the problem. If I'm not where I want to be in my current business, I'm the problem, all right? So stop making excuses for yourself. Stop blaming other people. Take responsibility for yourself. You're the problem. You want stuff to happen in your life, you want to get things done and be somewhere and be somebody, you're the problem. You got to change you. You got to start with you. All right? So the training area tells a story. All right? Throughout my years and years of training, the training area tells a story about you. Okay? The training area, the mat, tells a story. All right? There's two kind of people on the mat. They're the people who make excuses, right? Oh, I couldn't make it this week. I just had so much going on, so many things to do. They're making excuses. They're not progressing as fast as other people. They didn't get their belt as quick. They have an excuse for everything, okay? They have an excuses, why they're inconsistent with their training, or why they missed class, or why they didn't make it to this. There's always an excuse, okay? And again, they just don't take responsibility for themselves. It's always pointed at someone or something else. And then there are those people on the mat, and they don't make excuses. They're on the mat, they're training, and it's not that they ever, it's, if if they're not there, anything like that, they take responsibility, for themselves. So those are the two types of people, like, those who make excuses, blame other people, blame other things, and then there are those who take responsibility for themselves. They don't make excuses. Okay? So I want to ask you, which one are you? Are you the type of person that's always making excuses for why this isn't happening, why this isn't getting done? Or are you the type of person that takes responsibility for themselves? You understand that the problem is you. Okay? If you want a different outcome in life, if you want a different outcome with your wife, how your marriage is going, if you want a different outcome, with how your relationship with your kids, if you want a different outcome as far as where you're working, or your current state of employment or anything like that, if you want a different outcome as far as getting stuff done, it begins with you, right? If you want to change, you have to stop pointing the finger, and you got to take responsibility for yourself and admit that you're the problem. All right? So if there's stuff in my life, I don't like the result, I don't like the outcome, it's a me problem. Okay? It's a me problem. I got to change me. There are certain things about my life that I got to change. So look at yourself, examine yourself. What needs to change in your life? If you want a different outcome in your job situation, you got to change some things. If you want a different outcome with your marriage, you're going to have to change some things. All right? Stop always pointing the finger. Take responsibility for yourself, and begin to take those steps. And then you'll begin to see that, man, things are starting to change. Pick one area of your life, okay, that you want to see a different outcome. Take responsibility. Start making changes. Implement those changes. All right? All right. Well, this is episode 4 of Matt Life for Real Life. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Until next time, James Terlecki, Next Level Martial Arts.